John from foodwishes.com with basic tomato sauce. One of my most requested food wishes, chef, show us your all-purpose basic tomato sauce. So here it is. And it is very basic. So you're going to finely dice 1 onion and 1 rib of celery, very small. Some people use carrot, I don't. I'm going to add some olive oil, not really strong extra virgin, just regular olive oil, and a pinch of salt. And over medium-low heat, you're going to sweat that for a long time, like 15 minutes. I want it to get really soft and golden. And then the star of the show. This is the secret to every great tomato sauce, San Marzano tomatoes. You have to find these. They're from Italy. They don't look like any other plum tomato. Look at that. They're just magnificent. They're long. They're almost seedless. They're just really meaty. Great flavor. You got to go to an Italian market or a big supermarket, but you can find those. They're often packed with some basil leaves, which is, bonus. So I have 2 cans of those. All right, you're going to crush it with your hands. Now, there's better ways to do this, but there's no other way that you should do this. Does that make any sense? It should. All right, so crush it really fine with your hands till you basically have a puree, and we are ready to go. All right, so our onions and celery should be really soft and sweet and golden by now. You don't want to brown them, but you want them to be really well sweated. I'm going to add in my garlic, cook that for about a minute. I'm going to add my salt, my sugar, a little bit of red pepper flake, a little bit of dry Italian herbs, a little bit of anchovy paste. That's right, relax. You're not going to taste it. Don't tell anyone you put it in there. In fact, you know what that's called? Secret ingredient. And a tiny, tiny bit of white vinegar. I'm going to raise the heat up to medium. I'm going to cook that for a couple minutes, and I want to evaporate the liquid. I don't want it to brown. I don't want any color on the bottom of the pan. But I do want to cook that until all the visible liquid has evaporated. See that? Kind of looks dry. Then I'm going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste, and I'm going to cook that a little bit. I'm going to say 2 minutes. Just takes the edge off. Then we're going to add our San Marzano tomatoes. Be careful not to splash your camera. And then last but not least, a couple tablespoons of fresh Italian parsley. All right, give that a stir. All right, we're going to add a little splash of water, and you're going to do that occasionally as this cooks. When that comes up to a simmer, we're going to turn it down to low, and we're going to simmer for an hour and a half. Now, some of these tomato sauce recipes I see, they say simmer 30 minutes. Come on. You got to go longer than that. So every once in a while, you're going to give it a stir. If you need to, you're going to add a little splash of water. And that's it. Hour and a half later, you're going to have a beautiful, all-purpose, not too chunky, not too smooth tomato sauce. And whenever you see me saying just add some tomato sauce to this, to that, this is basically the one I'm using. If I'm going to do a meat sauce, this is my base, and I just add meat to it and so forth. So anyway, there's not one tomato sauce I use. There's a bunch. This is just a basic workhorse, all-purpose tomato sauce, and that's how I make it. So anyway, I just granted about 300 people's food wish. They wanted to see my basic tomato sauce. There it is. And by the way, no metal utensils. You only can use a wooden spoon for this. Otherwise, it's bad luck. Anyway, go to the site. All the ingredients are there. And as always, enjoy.